Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. And in today's video, we're going to see how many of these facts do you know about Noah, gathered from the sources listed in the description for this video. Let's find out. But before we get started, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this, as well as my other videos on faith, health, and beauty all year round. So let's get started. Those of you who know the story of Noah, you know he built an ark. He took his sons and his daughters-in-law and his wife into the ark, as well as numerous animals, to help replenish the earth after the flood. So 1. Noah was the 10th generation from Adam. We're introduced to Noah in the list of genealogy of the descendants of Seth, the third son of Adam and Eve. Number 2, Noah's name means respite. Now, although English speakers call him Noah, his Hebrew name is Noach, pronounced Noach. Related to the word nachas, the name can be translated as rest, gentleness, and pleasure. And scripture tells us that his father Lamech chose the name, foreseeing that he will give us rest from our work and from the toil of our hands from the ground. Number 3, Noah was chosen by God to survive the great flood. Noah lived at a time when the people had begun to sin, stealing greedily from one another, treating each other unjustly, and a whole lot of other things we don't have time to go into here. And as a result, God decided to bring a great flood, wiping out the world's population, starting again with only Noah, his wife, and their children. And I guess you could say the children of his sons and their wives. Number 4, the sages have mixed feelings towards Noah. The Torah describes Noah as a righteous man, perfect in his generations. And some understand this to mean like people at their lowest, he maintained his goodness. However, some interpreted to mean that his goodness was only relative to those around him. Had he lived in the time of Abraham, who was truly righteous, he would have been nothing special. That's up for debate. Number 5, Noah built the ark. Yes, it wasn't built for him. The Nephilim didn't build it like in the fable called Noah that Russell Crowe was in. God commanded Noah to build a tavah, a giant 3-story sea vessel, often translated as ark, in which to survive the flood. The top floor was for Noah and his family, the middle story was for the animals, and the lower level was for refuse. Number 6, Noah was technically the first zookeeper when you think about it. For the duration of the flood, Noah and his sons were busy caring for the animals, and miraculously, harmony generally reigned, and fierce prey animals did not attack the others. Number 7, Noah worked hard. Think about him taking the time to build that boat alone with no help. And it took a full year for the floodwaters to subside, allowing Noah and his family to leave the ark. Now, for that entire time, they were busy tending to their charges, to the point that Noah began to spit up blood. And on one occasion, he was late feeding the lion and was attacked by them. Number 8, Noah and his wife had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, as well as 3 daughters-in-law that all survived the flood with Noah and his wife. Shem was the oldest. Number 9, Noah was the first to be allowed to eat meat. Now, when they finally exited the ark, Noah built an altar upon which he offered some of the pure animals as sacrifices to God. And at that moment, God allowed Noah and his descendants to eat meat. Something had not been permitted until then. So prior to that, you think about in Genesis in the Garden of Eden, he said that the trees and the plants and all the things in it will be as meat to them. So only after the flood did God allow man to eat meat, and then Leviticus lets you know which ones are approved for eating, which aren't, which are clean, which are unclean. And amazingly, the unclean meats cause all types of health problems. So maybe we should pay attention. Number 10, God promised he would never flood the world again. And as a sign of his promise, God placed the rainbow among the clouds, an eternal reminder of the deal that he struck with Noah and with all life on earth. Number 11, Noah planted a vineyard and became drunk. Now, it later happened that Noah decided to plant some grapes. He made wine, and his 2 older sons learned what had happened and tried to maintain their father's dignity. Ham, it said, didn't treat him properly. And it says Noah cursed Ham's descendants and blessed Shem and Japheth. Number 12, Noah lived for 950 years. Now, the flood began in the 600th year of Noah's life. I know. Can you imagine it? And for another 350 years after it ended, passing away in the year 2006 from creation. Doing the math, one realizes that he overlapped for nearly 60 years with Abraham, who was born in the year 1948 from creation. Number 13. Noah is one of 6 whom a Torah portion is named. The 5 books of Moses are divided into 54 portions, each of which has a unique 1 or 2 word name. And the portion for Noah spans Genesis 6, verse 9 through 11, verse 43. And then shortly after, introducing Abraham, who was born 10 generations after Noah. Number 14. Noah's soul was reincarnated as Moses. Now this is something I've read and that is believed. Some of the sages, they believe his soul was reincarnated as Moses, the consummate guide and leader, who devoted his life to inspiring his people to mend their ways and returning to God. So I'm going to leave it up to you to decide whether this one is true or not for you. How many of these facts did you know about Abraham? Let me know in the comments below. And be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this, as well as my other videos on faith, health, and beauty all year round. This has been really fun. Join me for more videos like this and information on what we can learn from each of these patriarchs and prophets and apply their lessons to our life in future videos as well. My name is Julie. Thank you so much for watching. Continue to be happy, healthy, and whole. See you next time.